Nigerian Football Federation, the NFF, is a mafia. Yes, they remind me of, those good old mafia movies, Godfather, the best of them all, where, a don makes you an offer you can't refuse, that even if it's against your own best interest, you have to take the offer. Where some mafia don would tell a boxer to, drop the fight, take a knock. That's what seems to be going on with the Nigerian Football Federation. I say this because people say, oh, they are corrupt. I say this has gone beyond corruption. Do you know why I say this? I'll tell you why. Because usually, corruption is when someone does things the wrong way and gets benefit, then okay, you say it's corruption. Because doing it the right way will not give that individual personal profit, personal gain. So, yeah, that's still wrong, that's still vile, that's still punishable, right? But for the NFF, if football is run properly, if you have integration of players done properly, if you have grassroots development done properly, if the MPFL works properly, there will be so much money in Nigerian football that people will know what to do with. So that's what makes me feel like it's beyond corruption. And they are a mafia. They are a mafia because you appoint a coach, and in many instances you don't let the coach select his team. You don't let him select his team, because why would an Al Hassan Yusuf be anywhere near the Super Eagles side? When you have an Ucheku Santos, you have a Rafael Nyedika, you have for the new ones coming upstream right now, you have Ebenezer Kinsimiro, absolute baller in the Serie A, on the books of Inter Milan, plays for Pisa on loan. You have Uba Charles, you have Adamu Mukhtar, absolutely brilliant defensive midfielder, always seems to toy with attacking opposition attacking midfielders. For some reason, you skip out on these players. And another reason I say they're a mafia is they always have their underlings, they always have their minions, right? Because each time you want to hold the Nigerian Football Federation accountable, you always have some absolute schmuck come up to say, oh, you know what, the NFF doesn't get on the pitch to play. But who puts the team together? Who puts the team together? Who has decided that we're not going to go all out there to see if we can get Ethan Wannery to commit, if we can get Rio Ugomoha to commit? Who decides that we are not going to invite Ebenezer Kinsimiro, we are not going to invite Filippo Telle? Looking at the team, Ademola Lookman on his day, world beater. But when he's struggling, who can come off the bench to replace him? Nobody. Meanwhile, Filippo Telle have been balling for Switzerland, balling in the Swiss league, scoring goals. And usually when you talk of an Ethan Wannery, the excuse they bring, oh, it's one national, we're not going to beg anybody, oh, Super Eagles is a big brand. Shut up. Shut your mouth. So, but what is the excuse for not getting Filippo Telle in then? He just had Nigerian nationality, you don't have to any hassle of switching. So what stops you from getting him in? Adamu Mukhtar, what stops you from getting Adamu Mukhtar in? Sami Suleiman, what stops you from getting him in? All these players, single nationals, what stops you? Look at people like TCC, the Creative Championship. They're doing your job for you, creating an organized grassroots league setup. They're doing your job for you. All you need to do is to, integrate them, invite those players to under 17, to under 20, maybe even some to Super Eagles if they're good enough. But you don't. And there's always the excuse, oh, would it be good enough? Oh, some will jump up and say, oh, because he plays it beyond limits, he thinks he's going to be good in the Super Eagles or good under 20. Saka Yusuf, balling, why didn't he play in under 20s? And for every metric, that's why I say again, the NFF is a mafia. It's like there's someone running the NFF that wants Nigerian football to die and has held people by their throats. Because by every metric you judge an FA, the Nigerian Football Federation has failed, and failed woefully. First box, talent development, grassroots football development, failed. Done. Professional league or domestic league development enhancement, dead. So X on that box as well. Okay, age grade team progression development, failed. Under 17 team failed to qualify for the World Cup back to back again. Failed to qualify for under 17 AFCON. Failed to qualify for the under 17 AFCON yet again. So that means they'll be missing out on the next under 17 World Cup. Under 20 barely made it out of the under 20 AFCON. We were barely able to qualify for the World Cup. Went to World Cup, got absolutely smashed. That box crossed off. Okay, qualify for World Cup, no, failed. That box crossed off as well. So by every metric you would judge a football federation by, the NFF has failed. And if people were serious, everyone in the NFF should be losing their job, or rather should have lost their job 2 nights ago. Their job should have been done with. They should have been going home to sit with their families, sit with their children, sit with their husbands, sit with their wives, and have nothing to do with Nigerian football anymore. But because things are just so unserious, right? You still have those blokes, those absolute dum-dums. You still have them still running the ship. They put out their apology, which seems like something they've been saving since 4 years ago, because the same thing happened 4 years ago, and they brought it out for us again. We apologize. We're going to go do strategically what went wrong. If you've got no brains, there's nothing you can do. You should be going. Because have a look at the team. Let's look at the team. Olaina got injured how many months ago? He got injured in the South African game. So you had the game in South African, and then you had another steady qualifying cycle in the Lesotho game, Benin Republic game to get a replacement. You didn't. You had some months, I think 3-4 weeks to prepare for this playoff. You didn't get a replacement for him again. And this midfield has been bad, has been awful, and you watch it keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. You will be an Ndidi, 2 things. I don't think they're good enough to bring any sort of creative threat to control the pace of the game. Not good enough. They're not good enough. Secondly, they're being run into the ground, because you look at the bench, who is going to come off the bench to replace them? There's only one I think is better than both of them put together, Rafael Onyedika. Now that's on Eric Chill. He refused to bring him on. But Uche Santos, why is he all the way back in London when he should have been with the team there in Morocco? Why? And why is Rafael Onyedika tied to the bench? And it makes me feel like that may not even be on Eric Chill when I think about it deeply. It may be something where they've insisted, okay, these guys must play. Because you can't tell me as a coach, as any coach with any semblance of a brain in your skull, you're watching that game, you're seeing how dissipated and how tired the midfielders are, and you watch it. You watch it. 1 game, 2 games, game after game after game after game. This is ridiculous. If we want to save Nigerian football, the entire NFF must be gutted. Everything, that unholy assembly should be burnt down to the ground, absolute ashes, and built back up. None of them should be spared. Gusau, gone. Whoever is the second in command, gone. Every other person that makes a decision in the NFF, all gone. A lot of them should be gone. That's the only way to save Nigerian football, because come the AFCON again, you will still see some weird names in that team. So let me know some opinions on what I've said so far. I know I'm not being harsh on the Nigerian Football Federation. If anything, I'm not being harsh enough, but I'd like to know what your opinions are on the Nigerian Football Federation and the state of Nigerian football, and what, in your opinion, you think would take to save Nigerian football. At this point, I've come to the end of the video, and I'll see you on yet another video. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye-bye.